Hi, how are you, everyone out there? All my readers, all my listeners, and everyone, all my followers. This is Funmi Akingbade, and there you are on the channel. Timeout with Funmi Akingbade, your one and only bedroom instructor. Please, before I go on today, I need us to know that this channel is free for all. Kindly subscribe and also tell friends and inform your families. It's a good one. And please, couple, whenever you're listening to this topic, listen to it with your wife. We've been dealing with series of questions, and today I'm going to hit another question right here, right on the head. Now, this is a question from a wife. He said, "Dear Funmi," yeah, that's my name. "My husband says frequent sex is not healthy. Wow. How do I change his mind? My husband and I have been married for over 4 years now." 4 years, that's nice. "After our marriage, we had to live in different cities. But we got on very well, and our sex life was fantastic. But thereafter, we came together, started living together. But ever since then, our sex life has just gone downhill. Whenever it comes to sex, we argue a lot nowadays, and I don't know why. I am lucky if we had sex once in a week. 4 years old marriage, soliciting for sex, and she's happy if they have it once in a week. Something is wrong somewhere. Even then, I will have to beg on my knees. Wow, this is not funny. He only consents after he had had a couple of alcoholic drinks. Well, question mark. If I try to talk him about it, he gets so defensive and says he believes that sex should come just naturally, and that planning for it or learning about it makes it artificial. Now, we have a problem here. To make matter worse, our lovemaking ends just suddenly, abruptly. With him, ejaculation within a few minutes is the rule of the game, and rolling over to sleep and snore. We rarely cuddle after sex. We usually go to sleep or get up to do something else. Now, let me read the solution the reply, then I will go back to the questions, and if they weren't trashed in the answer I gave, we'll go back to them. Now, I said, I find your case intruding, really, really, particularly that you have to beg, you have to be on your knees for your husband to have sex with you. Most of the time, there is problem somewhere. This type of complaint normally do come from men, not from women. It comes from husbands. But I must confess that this is a problem that I now come across many of such in my meals during our seminars. I think many couples find themselves in this particular situation because they do not know that it is common for passion to help in relationship. As I had written here on many occasions, no matter how much we may think we are in love, it is normal for passion to just go down the drain sometimes, not all the time. Couples must learn to notice when this is happening and take a proactive step to rectify the situation. Now, when a marriage is young, it is normal for couples to devour each other sexually at any moment, any given moment. They just go for it, and the sex is like tedious, 3 times daily or any other time, or often. And this usually happens without either of them having to make any extra efforts. This is wonderful while it lasts, and that's what every couple really want to have. It's good. Afterward, it's natural when it starts happening to both spouses. Not that there won't be spontaneous sexual relationship, but that everyday affair, TDS, 3 times daily, or as required, At this point, both partner has a choice either to watch their sex life go down the drain or learn how to create passionate sex, which takes a lot of effort and time. Now, when this one happens, you don't have to kill the goose that laid the golden egg. This is what you do. I said you don't have to kill the goose that laid the golden egg. What is it that you do in those days that makes sex spontaneous, that makes you want to have it every time? Just mere sighting the sight of your spouse, you want to go down low. What are those things that you were doing then? Aside from the fact that the newness, I know when something is new, we all go for it. Aside from the newness, there are some things you do then. Those are the things that I call the goose that lays the golden egg. Don't stop doing those things. What are those things you do? Were you wearing something so attractive and seductive? Do you have a very good shape? Do you say something beautiful? Do you have some sexual, languages, signals, code that you use? Why don't you try them? But let me keep on. I just deviate a little bit, but let me keep on with the answer. Fortunately, the effort is so richly rewarded with pleasure, excitement, surprises, and good sex, that such couple will wonder why they had not done that before. And that's what I was just trying to say. By the way, there were some things you were doing why this thing was was just spontaneous then. Were the words you were using, were the codes, sexual codes, were the languages? Was it that you were smelling nice, you were looking good? Or was it that you prepared the favorite or something like that? You must have had some things you were doing that trigger off the man wanting to have sex with you often without you actually have to beg. That's number one. Then number two, from the question, I said I'm going to go back to the question after I've read the reply from the letter I sent to the woman. She said seriously disturbed, the seriously disturbed woman. Now, the woman said they were living separately before. Now, this is one thing. If you were newly married, you had good sexual relationship, as in like everyday affair, every micro-minute affair, it's all and all, like that. And you had to separate for some time. From every indication, from, counseling with people and every other thing, I noticed that a lot of things don't become the same again. You'll be separated for years, probably 4 years, 5 years, 7 years. You now came together, even 2, 3 years. You now came together. It might not be the same thing as usual. You have to start all over again. What are the things you were doing that normally attract both of you sexually? Start it all over again. In fact, communication, you have to communicate all over again. You have to do something. It's as if you're beginning again, starting all over. Start all over, because there have been a time of separation. And maybe during that the time of separation, you were not actually coming together. You're not visiting. You are just probably doing marriage by correspondence, writing from somewhere to somewhere. I know this happened a lot. You have to start all over again. What were the things you were saying? What were the things you were doing? Don't live like stranger. Then communication. That's number one. That's number two. Number three, he said, ever since our sex life have gone down the drain. Whenever I come to sex, we argue a lot. Now, arguing a lot when it comes to sex is not going to help anybody. It's a sexual piece of for both husband and wife. If you start your you introduce argument to your sex bed. You can imagine what the sex bed will produce for you: separation, anger, Everybody goes their own way. You sleep, you face the other side. He sleeps, he faces this other side. You don't have to let argument be the order of the day to precede sex. You are not going to enjoy that sex. So try to do everything. Avoid argument. Say nice words. Say nice things. Do things that will make the person wants to get so much into bed with you. Then bring many styles. You know his favorite. You know what he will love. You know what he wants. Do them. If it's the one that, oh, I need to do this, I need all those different, styles that they are his favorite. Go for them. Not argument. You don't need to. If argument ensure, please stay off sex, because you're going to make a mess of the whole thing. Now he said, I am lucky if we have sex once in a week, because already there's a separation in there. Two, maybe you're not doing all those things you were supposed to be doing. Then three, you started off your sex bed with argument. What are you going to get? A fight, a feasting. No, you don't do that. Then, even then, when I will have to beg him on my knees, well, you don't need to do that though. You have tricks. You have tricks as a wife. You know your man. You know how to get into his heart. You know how to get into his pants. You don't need to go on your knees. It's a good venture. You could go on your knees to say hi, hello, but to literally be begging for sex, it's not a proper one. He only consent after he had a couple of alcoholic drink. Now, this is another point I want to make. He may consented after he's had an alcoholic drink, and the reason is that he has issue with premature ejaculation. When a husband drinks alcohol prior to sex, they want to gain extra power. They want to help their erection. They want to help their ejaculation. Because sometimes, although it's not a bad thing, but the after effect of having a couple of alcoholic drink over and over again, each time you want to have sex, is going to extremely damage the sexual organ of the man. And the reason why they take alcohol before sex is to help them with ejaculation. And already, consumption of alcohol, smoking, consumption of a lot of things, marijuana, all those drugs, some drugs for some disease, are the one affecting erection. They are the causes of erectile dysfunction. You smoke, you have alcohol, you drink, you eat junks and all those ones. They have adverse effect on the penis, on the functionality of the penis, on the functionality of erection, ejaculation. Now, if he has to have a couple of drinks, he's hiding something, and the something is he has erectile dysfunction, either weak erection, premature ejaculation, or quick ejaculation. So these three are what makes them to easily take alcohol. And as soon he said, if I try talking to him about it, he gets defensive, and if he gets defensive, he's hiding a problem. There is a sickness down there. The penis is sick. The penis is sick. As in, like, the penis is sick. He's taking alcohol just like you're taking drug for migraine. He's taking alcohol and he gets defensive. He doesn't want the wife to know that he had a sick penis. When a husband gets defensive, don't want to have sex, definitely there is a problem with erection. There is a problem with ejaculation. And says he believes that sex should come naturally, and the planning for it or learning about it makes it artificial. No, planning for sex is not artificial. If you have a very tight schedule as husband and wife, you could plan for sex. Then learning about sex is not artificial. You learn about everything in life. You learn about everything in life. You get better by learning. So if he's complaining that, learning about sex is artificial, it doesn't make sex come naturally. No. I'm teaching about sex. It's an information I'm passing across. Does it mean that this is not needed? It's needful, because some people do not know some things. And when you learn, you know. And when you know, you're better. So for him to be defensive, for him to be taking alcohol, for him to be attacking the fact that if you learn about sex, it's not artificial, it's artificial, there is a problem with his resurrection. He doesn't want to face the truth. He's hiding, and he's not helping the situation. Now, to make matter worse, I love making end abruptly, suddenly. with him ejaculating within a few minutes, and you quickly roll off to sleep and snore. Definitely, that is a problem. The problem here now, although separation may be part of it, although not having sex frequently as they used to could be part of it, but alcohol, taking alcohol before sex, defending himself that learning about sex is not natural, and also being defensive about the whole thing, not opening up, is all because he has issue with erectile dysfunction. And that is premature ejaculation, because he said he ejaculated within a microminute, within minutes. And if a husband starts ejaculating within minutes, and instead of you owing up, you sleep up and snore, you're not helping the situation. So before you know it, there's a problem, and he's not trying to face the problem. And may I say, there is solution for weak erection, premature ejaculation, quick ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, and all whatnot. There are solutions for it. But taking alcohol each time you want to have sex is going to eventually do more damage and more harm on your erection, and eventually make you, affect your marriage, affect your sex bed than any other thing. Because alcohol on its own does not help erection. It's a momentary pleasure. It's like you overhype yourself so that you function. You overhype to function. But that's not how it should be. You should not overhype yourself to be able to perform sexually. We are going to go for today, and I'm going to ask us to please subscribe to this channel, tell others, tell your spouse, and ask me questions. Send your question, and do not forget that I'm still your one and only bedroom instructor, Funmi Akingbade, and your marriage bed is worth fighting for. Don't let it to go down the drain, and fight for your marriage, and keep your marriage sex bed hot. Until we meet again, I'm still Funmi Akingbade, your one and only bedroom instructor. Stay blessed and keep your sex bed hot as a couple. See you. Bye for now.